but I've lost count how many Republicans are running for this job. They'll have enough for an actual Hunger Games. And that's, that is an interesting bunch. I know some of them well. They're good people. It's just their ideas are bad. And I want to emphasize that. You know, we're one country. We're all on one team. And so we're all one American family. Yeah, but we all go, you know, we're at Thanksgiving, and Uncle Harry starts saying something, and you know, you say, well, Uncle Harry, that makes no sense at all. You still love him. He's still a member of your family, right? But you got to correct him. You don't want to put him in charge of stuff. That's all I'm saying. We've seen what happens when top-down economics meets the real world. We've got proof right here in Wisconsin. You had a statewide fair pay law that was repealed. Your right to organize and bargain collectively was attacked. Per-student education funding was cut. Your minimum wage has been stuck in place. Meanwhile, corporations and the most fortunate few have been on the receiving end of hundreds of millions of dollars of new tax cuts over the past 4 years. All right, so that's what's been going on here. What happens when we try middle-class economics? Just across the river. I mean, it's a pretty interesting experiment. Across the river in Minnesota, they asked the top 2% to pay a little bit more. They invested in things that help everybody succeed, like all-day kindergarten and financial aid for college students. They took action to raise their minimum wage. They passed an equal pay law. They protected workers' rights. They expanded Medicaid to cover more people. Now, according to the Republican theory, all those steps would have been bad for the economy. But Minnesota's unemployment rate is lower than Wisconsin's. Minnesota's median income is around $9,000 higher. The La Crosse Tribune wrote, Minnesota's winning this border battle. The one thing that the bus full of people who are fighting to lead the Republican ticket all share is they keep on coming up with the same old trickle-down, you're-on-your-own economics that helped bring about the crisis back in 2007, 2008 in the first place. Eliminating taxes that the wealthiest Americans pay on their investments while making you pay taxes on every dime of your paycheck. That's a bad idea. Keeping the minimum wage worth less than it was when Ronald Reagan took office before most of you were born, that's a bad idea. Every single one of them is still obsessed with repealing the Affordable Care Act, despite the fact that by every measure, it's working. You got nothing to replace it with. That's a bad idea. Every single one of these candidates serving in Congress has supported cutting taxes for folks at the top while slashing investments in education. I know that sounds familiar.